Good morning. My name is Diane Haugesag, and I'm on staff at St. John's. I'm also on the board of WHAM, Women Against Military Madness. Thank you. WHAM challenges systems of harm, oppression, and exploitation, and helps build movements of solidarity with others for peace and justice through education and action. WHAM is one of 6 sustaining partnerships funded through St. Joan of Arc's Outreach Fund. Uncomfortable stories, not the narrative we always embrace. Our country and faith have them. As the Civil War neared its end, thousands of Union soldiers held as prisoners of war were herded into a series of hastily assembled camps in Charleston, South Carolina. Conditions at one camp, a former racetrack, were so bad that more than 250 prisoners died from disease or exposure and were buried in a mass grave behind the track's grandstand. In the spring of 1865, 28 black workmen went to the site, reburied the Union dead properly, and built a high fence around the cemetery, inscribing an archway over an entrance, Martyrs of the Race Course. In 1996, 130 years later, David Blight, a professor of American history at Yale University, discovered the rest of the story among 2 boxes of unsorted material from Union veterans. On May 1st, 1865, more than 10,000 people gathered in the camp to consecrate this new proper burial site for the Union dead. Organized by untold numbers of formerly enslaved persons, 3,000 black school children carrying armloads of roses, several hundred black women with baskets of flowers, wreaths, and crosses, and black Union Regiment members sang hymns, staged a parade, and distributed flowers around the cemetery. Thus began the original Decoration Day, founded by African Americans in a ritual of remembrance and consecration. The name Memorial Day gained popularity after World War II, officially named so in 1967, and was recognized as a national holiday in 1971. Another uncomfortable story, perhaps also in the background, is our Christian faith and the nonviolent Jesus. John Deere, in his book, The God of Peace Toward a Theology of Nonviolence, writes, "The Gospels tell the story of nonviolence in the life of the peacemaking Jesus and his nonviolent alternative to the ways of the world. 5 gospel perspectives sum up the nonviolence of Jesus. Jesus, the incarnation of nonviolence. Jesus, the prophet of nonviolence. Jesus, the teacher of nonviolence. Jesus, the model of nonviolence. And Jesus, the sign of nonviolence." Did you know that the U.S. Congress, in its modern Memorial Day proclamation, quote, calls on the people of the United States to observe Memorial Day by praying according to their individual religious faith for permanent peace? This Memorial Day weekend, we remember the original African American founders of Decoration Day. We remember the proclamation of Memorial Day to pray for a permanent peace. And we remember these words of John Deere. "The gospel proclaims that the God of peace became human and walked the earth, making peace, speaking for peace, acting for peace, and suffering, so that all humanity might live in peace with each other and with God. Let it be so."